Before we start, here's something strange to think about. The music of the 1990s gave the world some of the most powerful voices ever heard. These musicians filled stadiums, sold millions of records, and changed music forever. But behind the fame and bright lights, some of their lives ended in ways that shocked fans around the world. Some deaths were mysterious, some were tragic accidents, and others were so strange that people still talk about them today. In this video, we're looking at several 90s musicians whose lives ended in the most unexpected and unusual ways. Some of these stories are heartbreaking, and a few are still surrounded by questions. Make sure you stay with us until the very end, because the final story is one that many fans still struggle to understand even today. The 1990s were a golden age for music. Grunge, hip-hop, pop, and alternative rock were everywhere. Artists became global icons almost overnight. But fame can bring pressure, stress, and sometimes dangerous situations. For some musicians, life took a dark and strange turn. Their music lives on, but the way their stories ended left fans shocked and confused. Let's start with one of the most talked about deaths in music history. In April 1994, the world lost one of the most influential voices of the decade, Kurt Cobain. As the lead singer of Nirvana, Cobain helped bring grunge music into the mainstream. Songs like "Smells Like Teen Spirit" became the anthem of a generation. But behind the success, Cobain struggled deeply with fame, health problems, and personal pain. On April 5, 1994, he died in his Seattle home from a gunshot wound. His death was ruled a suicide, but the circumstances surrounding it led to many questions and debates among fans. The shock was huge. Nirvana was at the peak of its fame, and Cobain was only 27 years old. His death turned him into a symbol of the troubled artist, and even decades later, fans still discuss the mystery and sadness around that moment. Just 3 years later, another talented musician died in a way that stunned the music world. Jeff Buckley was known for his haunting voice and emotional songs. His version of "Hallelujah" later became one of the most loved recordings in music history. In May 1997, Buckley was in Memphis working on new music. One evening, he went for a swim in the Mississippi River while still wearing his boots and clothes. It seemed like a simple moment of relaxation, but the strong river current suddenly pulled him under the water. Buckley disappeared, and his body was found several days later. He was only 30 years old. Fans were shocked that such a talented singer could be lost in such a sudden and strange accident. Many believe his best music was still ahead of him. Another heartbreaking story from the 1990s, Selena, the beloved queen of Tejano music. Selena was a rising superstar who had already built a huge fan base across the United States and Latin America. Her music mixed pop, Latin, and dance styles, and her concerts were full of energy and love. But in March 1995, tragedy struck in a way that no one could imagine. Selena was shot by the president of her own fan club, someone she trusted and worked with closely. The incident happened in a motel room in Texas after an argument about missing money. Selena tried to escape and ran for help, but she collapsed in the hotel lobby. She was only 23 years old. The shocking nature of her death devastated millions of fans, and it remains one of the most tragic moments in music history. The story of Shannon Hoon is another example of how the pressures of fame can lead to a tragic ending. Hoon was the lead singer of the rock band Blind Melon. Their hit song "No Rain" became incredibly popular in the early 1990s, and the band quickly rose to fame. Hoon was known for his powerful voice and energetic performances. But behind the scenes, he struggled with drug addiction. In October 1995, while the band was touring, Hoon was found dead on their tour bus in New Orleans. He had died from a drug overdose. The strange part was how sudden it was. Just hours before, he had been joking with friends and preparing for the next concert. Fans were shocked that such a vibrant performer could be gone so quickly. Another musician whose life ended in a tragic and unusual way was Bradley Nowell, the lead singer of the band Sublime. The band blended rock, reggae, and punk to create a unique sound that became very popular in the mid-1990s. Just as Sublime was about to become huge worldwide, disaster struck. In May 1996, Nowell was found dead in a hotel room in San Francisco after suffering a heroin overdose. He was only 28 years old. What made the story even more heartbreaking was that the band's breakthrough album was released just 2 months later. It became a massive success, but Noel was not there to see it. Fans often wonder what the band's future could have been if he had lived. The hip-hop world also faced shocking losses in the 1990s, especially with the deaths of 2 of its biggest stars. Tupac Shakur was one of the most influential rappers of the decade. His music spoke about struggle, social issues, and life in the streets. In September 1996, Tupac was shot in Las Vegas while sitting in a car after attending a boxing match. The attack happened at a traffic light, and the shooter was never officially identified. Tupac died 6 days later in the hospital. The mystery surrounding the shooting led to years of rumors and theories. Fans could not believe that such a powerful voice had been silenced in such a violent and unexplained way. Only 6 months later, another hip-hop giant was lost. Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G, was one of the most respected rappers in the industry. In March 1997, he attended a music event in Los Angeles. After leaving the party, he was sitting in a car when another vehicle pulled up beside him. A gunman opened fire, and Biggie was killed almost instantly. Just like Tupac's death, the case remained unsolved for many years. The strange similarity between the 2 killings shocked fans everywhere. 2 of the biggest stars in hip-hop were gone within months, leaving behind unanswered questions and a huge gap in the music world. Another mysterious and tragic story involves Michael Hutchence, the lead singer of the rock band INXS. Hutchence was known for his powerful stage presence and charismatic personality. The band had massive hits during the late 1980s and 1990s. In November 1997, Hutchence was found dead in a hotel room in Sydney, Australia. His death was ruled a suicide. However, friends and family later said he had been struggling with depression and changes in his personality after a head injury several years earlier. Some fans believe that the injury may have affected his behavior and emotions. The strange mix of fame, personal struggles, and medical issues made his story deeply tragic. The music world also remembers the mysterious disappearance of Richie Edwards from the band Manic Street Preachers. Edwards was known for his intense lyrics and artistic personality. In February 1995, he checked out of a hotel in London and then vanished. His car was later found near a bridge that is sadly known for suicides. But no body was ever found, and no one knows exactly what happened. For many years, fans hoped he might still be alive somewhere. Eventually, he was legally declared dead, but the mystery has never truly been solved. His disappearance remains one of the most unusual stories connected to a 1990s musician. Looking back at these stories, it becomes clear that fame does not protect people from tragedy. These musicians created songs that shaped an entire generation. Their music continues to inspire millions of listeners around the world. Yet their lives ended in ways that were sudden, strange, and often heartbreaking. Some were accidents, some were acts of violence, and some remain mysterious even today. Even though their lives ended too soon, their voices are still heard every day. Fans continue to play their songs, share their stories, and remember the impact they had on music history. The 1990s gave us incredible talent, but it also reminds us how fragile life can be. And that's why these stories continue to fascinate people. They are not just about tragedy. They are about the powerful connection between artists and their fans. When a musician dies in such shocking circumstances, it leaves questions that may never be answered. If any of these stories surprised you, you're not alone. Many fans still talk about them decades later. Music may never fully explain what happened to these artists, but it keeps their memory alive. And remember, sometimes the stories behind the music are just as powerful as the songs themselves.